Welcome back, Warriors. I'm your Quartermaster yet again, and it is great to see y'all. Welcome to the 15th video of my Weapon Workshop series. In this tutorial series, I look at all the relevant statistics for all the weapons we're supplied with for this 2042 conflict. Mind you, some of the info on these weapon crates ain't exactly accurate, so that's why I'm here to test them out for you and get the most accurate info available. On top of gathering info, I also give you all my 3 suggested builds to take it into the field for dealing with all manner of combat situations. Today we'll be taking a look at our second utility weapon, the American Government 4570. The Government 4570 is modeled after the Marlin Model 336 and is made by Marlin Firearms. While the Model 336 fires the 30-30 Winchester rounds, the name of this weapon, the Government 4570, heavily implies that this version of the weapon has been modified to fire the 4570 round, a much more powerful but slower flying round. We have a base, unchangeable ammo capacity of 6 rounds. Our base rounds are high-powered rounds, so they will be the basis for comparisons moving forward. These high-powered rounds can be fired at a pretty slow rate of just 84 rounds per minute, a tad slower than the rate of fire listed on the weapon crate. These base rounds are very powerful in the right hands. From 0 to 4 meters, if you hit your target anywhere in the body, they will die, giving you a one-shot kill. From 5 meters and beyond, these high-powered rounds deal 60 damage. Hitting a headshot at any range with any animal tap results in a one-shot kill. Using these statistics I've already provided, the TTK for this weapon ranges from 0 to 714 milliseconds. As I stated before, landing a headshot will result in an instant kill. This weapon also has access to some other ammo types as well. The next type we gain access to are those incredible armor-piercing rounds. These rounds fire a little slower at 80 rounds per minute and do reduce damage to infantry. They do not, however, reload slower. In fact, all these ammo types reload exactly the same. Anywho, these AP rounds deal only 35 damage to infantry out to 29 meters. From 30 meters and beyond, our infantry damage drops to 28 per shot. Against Jeeps, these rounds deal 3.5 damage while dealing 3 damage per shot to tanks. So between 21 and 18 damage if you can manage to hit all 6 shots. So using these meager statistics, we end up with a TTK between 1500 and 2250 milliseconds. Truly terrible numbers there. Landing a headshot though will still provide that sweet instant kill. The final ammo type we have access to is the standard issue rounds. These rounds claim to fire faster, reload faster, and to have reduced recoil at the cost of effective range and bullet velocity. The only thing true about that label is the reduced range. From 0 to 49 meters we deal 60 damage. There is no one-shot kill up close with these rounds. From 50 meters and beyond we drop to 35 damage per shot. This leaves us with a TTK between 714 and 1429 milliseconds. Landing a headshot is still a kill. These rounds have literally no benefits and only downsides. As such, I can never recommend using these rounds for anything unless you're literally out of high-powered rounds. This lever action also has access to suppressors, surprisingly. These attachments reduce our muzzle flash, firing volume, and our damage. They also keep us from appearing on the minimap when firing, ideal for a stealthy style of combat. Oddly enough, these don't reduce our damage enough to have any effect on our TTK. From 0 to 4 meters, we still deal that 100 damage per shot anywhere in the body. Beyond that, damage drops to 56, meaning that we still need 2 shots to kill. This leaves us with the same TTK we'd have without a suppressor, meaning 0 to 714 milliseconds, and hitting a headshot remains instant death. Recoil with the Government 4570 is literally non-existent. Given the rate of fire of this weapon, the rifle recenters after every round fired, meaning there's no need to compensate for any of it. This also means that literally every grip and barrel attachment has no effect on the accuracy of this weapon. Unlike most weapons, the Government 4570 will only be getting one build from me, and that's because it's basically the only one worth using. We start out with literally any optic you like. I prefer the Bravo 3 times as it makes landing headshots easier, and it reminds me to stay out of close quarters fights given this weapon's lower rate of fire and impressive 2-shot kill range. Next, I use the base high-powered rounds because the other options are basically complete dog shit. For an underbarrel, I choose the ADR bipod for enhanced accuracy while trying to snipe while prone, and we end with a 6KU suppressor for its great stealth factors without harming our TTK at all. My one and only combo, the Frontiersman, aims to utilize the strengths of this weapon while also mitigating its downsides. The Bravo 3 times optic, as I stated before, keeps me from getting too aggressive with this weapon. I don't like high zoom optics up close because I'm not some quick scoping heathen. I also don't want to put an actual sniper scope on this because I don't want a sniper glint, and this isn't a true sniper anyway. Honestly, the Government 4570 should be under the marksman rifle category because that's exactly what it is, way more than the BSVM in my opinion. The mid-range optic also makes landing headshots that much easier. The base high-powered rounds are the only rounds you should be using with this weapon. Sure, the AP rounds have some benefits against vehicles, but this isn't as simple as swapping mags like with other weapons. You'll need to hand load all 6 rounds when switching ammo types, and in the heat of battle, that can just take way too fucking long. I chose the ADR bipod strictly for its assistance with idle sway when you're trying to take on enemies at greater ranges. I also thought this was the best choice as none of the grips do anything for accuracy or recoil control. And we end with the suppressor because again the barrel options don't have any noticeable effect on weapon performance, and the damage drop from the suppressor isn't enough to harm our TTK with this weapon at all. As such, you could certainly use this as a stealth rifle. And there you have it, folks, all the stats you need to know and the best build to properly utilize your high-risk, high-reward American lever-action rifle. My only build, the Frontiersman, as I stated before, is arguably and objectively the best build for the Government 4570. It's as strong as the weapon can be while allowing us to be effective at multiple ranges while also being stealthy. I did my best to get the most accurate stats of my personal testing of these weapons with Corporal Mad Kilo. So with that, what do y'all think of the Government 4570? Do you like it? I'm personally on the fence about it, but let me know your thoughts down below. And so if I did a good job today with this briefing, be sure to leave me a like and subscription to show the major that you want more statistical briefings just like this one. And with that, I've been your Quartermaster, and until next time, I will see you later.